Hey, entrepreneurs, it's time to get fired up. Back here live on the MVP Cast, How to Become More podcast, where we get you fired up to become more of the MVP you already are in your life and your business. I'm your host, Josh Ruiz, alongside my man, co-host, Francois Lepien. And this week's sponsored segment is brought to you by Senior Market Advocates. Tomorrow's live, we're going to be broadcasting on understanding your insurance policy, specifically the summary of benefits. We're going to walk through that step by step so that you understand what your insurance entails as far as your benefits and what you can expect when you use the policy. A lot of people have a misunderstanding about that. So join me live tomorrow at 4:30 Eastern Time. We'll have the link in the description here where we can unpack those benefits so that you can get more out of your insurance and understand how it's properly working for you. Our special guest today is Linda Eskridge. Did I say that right? Eskridge. My apologies.
No problem.
Linda, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
It's a pleasure. Thanks for being here.
Yes.
Absolutely. So Linda is the owner and founder of Couture.
Yes.
Couture Business Gifting, which I love the idea of that. And I was actually checking your website out prior. So you kind of enhance, services like insurance professionals and coaches and real estate people, right?
Yes.
To be able to give more to their clients, which I'm a big proponent of, in the form of gifts and assortments, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Tell us about your journey and, maybe what you did prior to that and how you got into business doing that.
Great. So again, my name is Linda Eskridge. Thank you for having me today. And my journey kind of started out when I was an executive assistant. I have 25 plus years as an executive assistant. And a part of our duties was to find gifts for clients or for, people within the company. And it was so hard sometimes to find someone that it didn't look like it was coming from the dollar store, was in budget, would be on time. They worked with you. And I just remembered just the struggles that we had doing all this, because I worked at a very large corporation at the time. And so then when I had my kids, I turned that knowledge into being a virtual assistant. And I was a virtual assistant while they were growing up. And I, again, had the same struggles, of trying to find something that really represented the client, that was of luxury value. And so then I sold that. We moved here to Arizona with our family in 2014. And about a year later, a girlfriend of mine said she owned the Gift Basket Association. She goes, I really need help. And I said, I would love to help you. So I came in and I started seeing all of these baskets that I was like, yikes. That they would either take pictures, they'd ship them to her so that she could critique them. And one day I just woke up and said, I can do this and I can do this way better. And that is how my journey started. I, in 2020, between 20 and 21, I left there and I started doing something else. But I, have been so grateful. I've had these great coaches that have brought me up the ranks and really showed me how to do it. And through all this, I've really gained conscious that this is about relationships. This is about building relationships through gifting and how important that is, especially in today's dynamic of we have got to build the relationships with our prospects, our clients, our employees, especially since the pandemic.
Linda, you're unpacking so many things here. I can't believe it. We need to slow down and do some things, because you said something that's amazing for all entrepreneurs. You found a need.
That's right.
There was a lack. There was a problem. It wasn't there. That's numero uno. When we start any type of business, if there's no need for what we're doing, you may love what you're doing, but if no one wants it, like, what's the use? You found something. You found that there was a problem, and then you felt that you can do something about it. That's an entrepreneur spirit. I absolutely love it. And then you took action. This is another thing that, it's not because you have a good idea. There's success is going to attack you. And so That's awesome that you did this. And I can see the passion that you have, your eyes are looking up, you're giving us information because pictures are coming at you, and that is absolutely great. But I wanted to stop you and say, for all the entrepreneurs who would like to be fired up on the things that we're doing. So number one, find a need, find a problem, find something that's not happening. And if it's your passion, go for it. And then, as you have said, you created much success from this. And just the fact that you take action, there is results that happen. And as all entrepreneurs, when we take action, sometimes the actions are not giving the bang for the buck that we're looking for.
Right.
So let's go right into one of the things what are some of the things that went wrong? And then I'm going to go back to the good, but some of the things that went wrong. I like to call it sometimes the 2x4 that hits us and and we are bleeding nose and saying, hey, how am I going to get over this? So can you tell us about a very challenging things or a challenge that you had and how you overcome it? Because that's what we like to do and empower our entrepreneurs to be fired up, knowing that they're not alone struggling and there are solutions. Go for it.
Yes. So for me, one of the biggest challenges was I was always being told, oh, you have to do it this way. This is the way you do it. This is how you're going to grow your business. This is what you're going to do. Oh, if you don't do it this way. And it's like all this stuff was coming at me. And so when you're new at what you're doing, you're, oh, I got to do this and I got to do this. And nothing was working until one day I kind of just sat back and had this aha moment and said, I have to do this for what I'm passionate about and what works with me. And just because that worked for them, it's not going to work for you. And that's okay, because everybody can, create their business how it's going to work for yourself. Not because someone's making $500,000 or $1 million a year, but because their ways may not jive with you. And when I learned my personality is a yellow and a blue, I don't know if you guys understand the color personalities, but I'm a yellow and a blue. So I'm like to, I'm much softer and I like to create and I like to, show people, I like to, produce things that people are going to enjoy instead of being of another color, which is what I was trying to do. And it wasn't working for me. So it's really...
Just hold on here. You said something that is absolutely amazing. You said that when you started, you needed help and you looked around and people were saying, do this, do that, do this, do that. You were trying and failing miserably. And then you decided to say, stop it.
Yes.
I need to go from what I feel is good. But obviously you had background, as you said, virtual assistant, you have business background. So there's a caveat to what I'm going to say right now. You need to have some kind of a background before you do anything. If you're just, never done any business, you're coming from an employee mentality, you go into business and you try to, from the seat of your pants, not going to happen. Nevertheless, what you said is so paramount that I don't know if some of you know, his name is Sam Ovens. The guy maybe is 27, 30 years old now. He was making no money and within 2 years at $25 million a year. It's called consultant.com. This guy is like, what? And he said the following, and these are things that are very, very important to me. Unless in any business that you do, you make 1,000 calls to other people one-on-one to find out, you will never make $100,000. Never, ever. That's the one thing he said. So you got to pay the price. Number two, he said, I am very successful. Thank you. I appreciate. Thank you. Thank you. But if you only try to do what I do, you will never surpass what I do. Because if you're living in someone else's shadow, you will never do your own. And he says, the only way is to take the stuff that I have, put what you got, put it together, then you become in a blue ocean and you got your things. And that's what you did, Linda. And that's a message to all the people that are here. Stop being copycats and Me Too guys or gals and put your juice in there, your life, and put it in there. And then there's no competition. I repeat. There is no competition when you do that. So thanks for, this is so important, Linda. Thank you for sharing.
Oh, no problem. Because once you figure out what it is for you, it's so much fun and you just want to talk about it all the time. And you have the passion there for what you're doing. It's kind of really was the big aha for me.
Yeah. And people see that too, and that's why oftentimes people are like, they're like, oh, I'm struggling. And it's like, are you giving off that energy, that vibration of your passion and that you're really out there helping people? And, you obviously present that. one of the key thing that you said early on too, that I want to point out, and we see this as a common theme week in and week out. And you mentioned you have coaches, right? And we all say this each and every week, Francois and myself, and commonly with our guests, you got to have a coach. You got to have a team around you, right? No one of us is going to do everything and reach a high level of success without somebody around you. And I'm glad you pointed that out, because coaches are very important. And if you look at any high level success, those people for sure have coaches in their life.
Yep. And you just keep building and building and go to the, once you get to that next level, you find that coach is going to help you get to the following level. So,
Yeah.
That's one of the trap of personal and professional development. Once you start, you can't stop. But the thing is, or you can, but if you do, you're going to go down. And if you don't, you're going to continue to actually grow, meaning continue to have coaches. And this is so paramount. So if I stop, well, then you go down. If you continue, well, I have to continue. Yeah, but so is your income. So is your success. So is the impact that you're having with people. So if we're really heart-centered and service-driven, which everybody on this show is, and the people listening to, and which you are, Linda, that's why you're here, then we just go out and then we touch and change people's lives. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I like the fact I was top agent Remax for 11 years, and I always had gifts for my clients, but and that's in the 80s. That's a long time ago, 1980s. And so what I did was whenever they bought a house from me, I would have Molly Maid. It's a corporation. They come and they clean the house before the people move out. They clean the whole house for them, windows, everything. I'd pay for that. And then they'd have a huge flower bouquet or whatever it was, flowers. That's the only two things I did. And I was saying, man, this is boring. And in those days, there was nothing. Right. So I see that you're doing some customization. That's awesome. Tell us a little bit how that came about.
So, I have my own, like I call my turnkey gifts that are on my website. And I just am getting ready to launch one of a series also. And I can share about that in a minute. But people were coming to me going, oh, I really would like to do this. And I was like, they wanted it customized to their client, customized to the person. And so that was where I did it. And my whole thing about gifting is creating an experience, not just a gift. From the moment they get the gift, from the moment they open that gift, that experience starts. When they open it, they have everything in that box that's going to allow them to enjoy that gift right there. So my charcuterie boards, I don't know if you can see the box back there, that box, huge, has everything in it for a charcuterie board. Has this slate, it has a book with it, everything. So when they open it, their experience, they can have it right there. Now for a lot of times I will have glasses etched, some of my clients want wine glasses to be etched with maybe their initials on it, or they want to have a cutting board, with their names put on them. And so that's like, I have a pizza box also that has a French pizza cutter and a regular cutter. Those are it's things that don't have the bling of our company name on it, but when they pull it out, they're going to remember you and who gave it to you without having to have your name. Because honestly, how many coffee mugs can we have with everybody's logo on them? But if I could have a beautiful china cup that I want to use every morning for my coffee or my tea, I'm going to remember you because you thought of me and what I like.
This is so crucial. I love it, because one of the things is information can create transformation. Your gift can create transformation only if there's some integration. And the accelerator of integration is feelings. And what you said was beautiful. Once they get the gift, they start to experience it. What that means in my language is they start to have feelings towards it. And when you have feelings towards something, it anchors even more, better than it says a mug with the logo on it, but rather it's something that, and now there's an emotion attached to the relationship, which sinks it even better. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
And people remember experiences,
Yes.
a little keychain, some pens, right? Coasters, all that stuff is kind of played out. You send somebody a charcuterie board box or, a nice bottle of wine that they can enjoy with their spouse or their family. Right now they have an experience that is going to be impressed for a long time to go.
Right. And especially for that homeowner just got their keys, are so excited. They want to move in that night, because I know we did. And everything is in a box. You have no clue what box it, has, what you need. And being able to open something up and being able to, oh my gosh, I can have this all now, right now, and I don't have to go through 20 boxes to find what I need.
Excellent. So therefore, relationships is very important for you in building a business that lasts and has a loyal clientele. And this is ingrained into you from your mother. Can you tell me? There were some stats that was astounding as far as the years that you was in and the retention. Tell us about this.
So my mom was a couture dress designer, made one-of-a-kind dresses. She started out with, for 1 week, she had an ad in the newspaper. And some of the ladies at IBM, because we live right down the street from IBM, the headquarters in San Jose at the time, and they came and it blew up. She made all of their designs, designed their clothes. She had this one lady that had scoliosis so bad that she was literally like this. And when my mom made her clothes, it looked like she was completely level and no one ever knew she had it.
Wow, that's amazing.
She had all of her wedding gowns ended up in storefronts of very high-end fabric stores in San Jose. So that was just kind of how it was called Ike's of California. We lived in California. Ike's was her nickname that her dad had given her growing up. And so I grew up with all of this.
So how many years in business and what was the retention of the clients?
It was 17 years with over 200 clients.
And what's the retention on that? Because you said something in the notes.
Her retention was about 85 to 95%.
Wow.
Yeah. So everybody listening right now, Linda has the experience of someone having 85 to 90% retention on their clients for 17 years because of building relationships with things that have feelings attached to them, and especially for the individual. This is the foundation of something that's wonderful, and that's what you are actually doing right now. And I'm seeing some thumbs ups and likes on the live shows right now, people liking this because it is cool. This is great, Linda.
Yeah.
She also sold high-end fabrics. So when she would get those in, she knew exactly what materials to pick out for her clients. So when they would come in for their appointment, she'd say, boom, 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 and they would design right there what they were going to do with those. So she just had an eye for color, an eye for what was going to work on people. And it was all about the relationship. Because back in the 80s, that's building a relationship. That's what did it. And she supported our entire family the whole time. And I went to a private school in high school. I went to a private school.
Nice.
So the key point there that I think I'm getting from you, Linda, is serve the client, serve them well, and you'll serve them for life, right?
Yes. Remember, like if you have products that someone has bought, remember what they've bought and then suggest, hey, last time you bought XYZ for this client, you know what? This would be really a great add-on to what you just bought them. Remember, and because honestly, that goes a long ways because your clients are like, whoa, how'd you remember what I bought last time? I don't even remember. But just remembering that can go a long ways.
So interestingly enough, so you have sort of a lack of a better word, history of the gifts that the people have. So therefore you can have some continuity for it. Yep. And so that's great in your business. ladies and gentlemen, do the same thing with your clients. Have some continuity on the way that you are connecting with them, with the content, the value that you add, and now with the gifts that you can send that way with Linda's Couture Business Gifting business.
Yes.
Actually, yeah, that's awesome.
Yes.
That's good. These are sound success principles.
Thank you.
So what you mentioned you got a box that you have coming out soon. You want to elaborate on that and what that's about?
Yes, I am so excited because this is going to help everyone in business. And I know that's very broad, but people who really are thinking they want to start gifting, but they're not sure how to do it, when to do it, where to do it. I have come up with, it's a collaboration, but we have come up with their 4x4 boxes. If you go out
4 feet by 4 feet?
4x4, 4 inches by 4 inches. 4 feet, woo, little big. 4 inches, but each one, I have 2 of them that say welcome, 2 of them that say congrats, 2 of them that say thanks, happy birthday, hello fall. You get 7 for $99. That's $14 a gift. Perfect for that prospect client. I am a huge proponent of the gifting life cycle, and it starts with the prospect and sending them a thank you, sending them, something. This is a great little box. It comes with 2 snacks in it. You can pick the snacks that you want in the drop downs on the website. And then we can either ship them to you or we will ship them out to the people that you want them. And so, if you have all your clients with birthdays and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, this takes so long, we can set up a whole birthday campaign for you. So every month you can be sending out to your clients with birthdays, and it's something different. It's not the card. They all get a handwritten card with them, but it's not a coffee card or a gift card. It's just something different, and it's just an experience for your clients.
Talk about an experience. I tell you, now in this digital age where I have 6 kids, well, some have left the house now, but everybody's on these machines. I tell you, whenever the doorbell rings, everybody just freaks out and runs to the door. What? It's not digital. Someone's going to be there. And because you have a box like this, that box don't go into the mailbox, so therefore needs to be delivered somehow.
Right.
That experience is amazing, especially on this digital age, and it sets you apart as, again,
That's
another...
right.
Yeah.
These boxes are great for like the for instance, insurance, especially like right now is open enrollment or coming into open enrollment in a couple months. These are great, like, thank you boxes for your new clients. It's something that I can guarantee you that insurance agents aren't doing. Coaches don't do this kind of thing. But, and it's just that one step to stand out above your competition.
Absolutely.
And I'm about helping you stand out from your competition in a memorable way.
Yes.
Nice.
And on that note, Linda, professionals create, amateurs compete. And so when you have professionals like yourself, again, in a team aspect with other entrepreneurs, you guys professionally create a status that separates you. And then it's not competition.
And the cool thing is, I can custom these boxes. There's minimums with it, but I can customize it so it can have your logo on it and design it. So then it's really about you.
Look at that.
We do a ton of customizing of boxes with people's logo on it and designing the box.
Nice.
Who do you find like your biggest pool of clientele to be, like, for you?
For me, it's kind of a mixture. I have lawyers, realtors. I do have a few insurance agents, and finance, some of finance.
Okay.
But I really try to structure these boxes because I know like insurance and insurance finance, they have minimums that they can't go over. Some are 25, some are 15.
Yeah.
So this box series is really we created it so everybody could use it and not and still have a great, and the boxes are beautiful.
Nice. You just said something. I need to touch on it again. Another golden nuggets to unpack right here. You said, I know that but actually there's service businesses that you're serving, and you noticed you did your homework that some industries cannot pass a certain threshold of money to give to them, and you have catered to that, making it simple for them. I congratulate you on doing that research, and I encourage all our listeners to ensure that in your industry that you're serving, you know the parameters and you work with them and you put them to your advantage, and you do the same for your clients. This is successful principles in action. I absolutely love it.
Thank you.
Yeah. And that is on Francois's point. It is very, forward thinking of you to kind of see that, because like you said, regulated industries like insurance and finance do have restrictions depending on what, specific product.
Right.
And again, you're taking the thinking out of it for the insurance agent, right?
Exactly.
Oh, well, I have this. Oh, no worries. This is selection just for you.
Yeah.
This will keep you compliant. You can pick by XYZ. No problem at all, right?
Yep. They can go out on the website. They can pick what they want. Boom. And then
take the objection away before they even bring it up, right?
Right. Exactly.
And insurance people love objections. So I love that. That's brilliant on you, Linda. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good job.
That is awesome.
So what's next for you other than the box? I mean, do you do some networking? Do you work with in your local community? Are you like online a lot, or?
I am part of my Chamber of Commerce. And so I'm really trying to, get my name out there. And I belong to BNI, which is kind of fun. I'm the only gifting person in my Arizona area. So
probably nationally, right?
Yeah, probably. I don't. There might be one or two nationally, but in Arizona, I'm the only one.
Oh,
so,
okay.
So you just don't do local Arizona. You do nationwide.
Mm-hmm. I do. I go all over the place.
Canada too?
Pardon?
Canada too?
I haven't yet. I don't know about shipping. It would be the shipping. But
I appreciate that. And so, and that's another thing. Everybody listening right now. See, I'm in Canada, and so that's why Josh asked. And now Linda says, "I'm not sure." Now, let's unpack this for a while. If you think that there's opportunities that are somewhere else, and then you go for it without calculating the cost first, you might shoot yourself in the foot. Sometimes expanding too wide is not as wise as going deeper where you are now. Consider the cost before you go. Entrepreneurs need to be fired up, and they need to be wise with their decision. So if you make a decision, oh, that'd be nice. Well, maybe that gut feeling should not be that good. That's why having coaches and people that can help you to reassess the thinking or the planning that you need to do enables you to monetize in a better way and position yourself stronger rather than spreading yourself thin, or then the margin starts to disappear, and then why you're in business.
Right, exactly. And I know customs and shipping has skyrocketed. I mean, it for everybody, not just for me. So that would be something I would have to be calculated. Definitely.
Absolutely. Good stuff. What else we got for there, Josh? I have some questions.
Our last, we have a farewell question, which is your superpower. Linda. You had one superpower that was granted to you. Share with the audience what that would be.
Okay, so this was very interesting because I was like, oh, wow. I literally had to go and, but I would like to be Jean Grey, because Jean Grey reads minds, and I would love to be able to read everybody's minds on their gifting needs that they think they need or they don't know they need, and be able to present it to them and show them the need and create, gifting strategies for them.
There you go.
Hey, reading people's minds, but you have to use it ethically.
Yes.
Otherwise you're a super villain, but you need to be a superhero.
Yeah, I'm a superhero. I would like to be able to, so then I can help create the strategy for gifting for them.
That's
That's
awesome.
what I'm very passionate about, is creating a
First time,
strategy so it's just easy for you.
it's funny.
Awesome.
We heard flying, invisible, all these other things, teleporting, but
Oh yeah.
being able to read minds. That's the first time we hear that. So you get the first prize on that one.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Cool.
Yeah. So I'm going to share the information that you provided. How do you prefer people reach out to you, Linda? I mean, do you just direct them to the website? Are you on social media or?
I am on social media. I'm on Instagram, Couture Gifting. Emailing me at linda@couturegifting.com is a great way, or and my website.
Okay.
And the website is couturegifting.com.
Yes. Yes.
Absolutely. The links are going to be around this area, maybe in the description after. People will be able to get a hold of you to actually, sample. And actually, I went on your website and I love the experience. You click here, you click there, and it says, and it's for this, for that. And so how many times, I don't know, for most of you, you have a gift to give to someone. Then what do? You Google stuff and then you get lost. You don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. Like, what do they want? What do they like? What I liked about it is it was in different categories. And so for business, for friends, for this. And so, wow, easy. Click here, click that, and it starts to appear. And now the choices are much easier. I appreciate the way that you have looked at making it an experience, not only for the people to receive the gift, but for the people seeking to give the gift. They have an experience that is pleasurable as well.
Yes, I want it to be so easy for everybody, from the person giving it to the person receiving it. Just very smooth, and so that it's, they enjoy it.
She took one of our golden nuggets, Francois. She took the thinking out of it, right? A confused mind takes no action. So she made it very simple for somebody to see something. They can go, they can take action. There's no confusion. It's very simplified, which again is brilliant, and it shows the thought pattern behind it, and why Linda is immensely successly. So that is awesome. Any final thoughts or words for us, Linda?
Really, I think relationship building is the name of the game now since the pandemic. We've got to build relationships because people are jumping, and they're jumping quick and fast. They're jumping from company to company, from vendor to vendor, and really realizing who are your top 10, who are your top 20%, and really start honing in on them. Really start, creating. I love creating gifting strategies for your top 10 to 20% of clients, so that if it's not each quarter, it's each quarter, sending them something. Another thing that a little tidbit is, instead of sending everything during the holidays of Christmas or the holiday season, send it in October. Send it just before the holidays, because your clients are going to get everything from all their vendors during the holidays. You send it before, guess who they're going to remember? Guess who they're going to really get to experience the gift from? You, because there's nobody else foreshadowing your gift. So I really do encourage my clients to give on that random Thursday for that client for no reason, just as appreciation and gratitude, because that is really, in business, very high priority nowadays.
Interestingly enough, and this is another plug for you. People looking at gifting, we don't know what to do. You're offering a 30-minute consultation to start a gifting cycle and analyzing the people's needs and how it can best serve them. And that's free. And people get a hold of you. And from there, they'll find out how you can personalize their journey through it without, as you said, Josh, a confused mind takes no action. And you take the confusion out of it so people can take action in a good and confident manner. Awesome. I love it.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Indeed. Well, Linda, thank you. Thank you sincerely for joining us on the show. We're going to, obviously this is live, and we'll upload it to the podcast platforms. and we'll share the segment with you. And then, of course,
Great.
all your information will be attached in the descriptions of the various channels.
Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure. Our quote this week is actually by Thor, and it says, if a person advances confidently in the direction of their dream and endeavors to live the life they've imagined, they will meet with success in unexpected and common hours. And I think you're a great example of that exact quote, you know, by endeavoring what you've imagined, and through your experience with your mother and being that virtual assistant, you developed a business that serves a need. And you really have no shortage of opportunity as far as the prospect pool that you're in. So that is awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Francois, any final thoughts from you, my friend?
No, just go out there, make it happen, make a difference, follow your heart. And then as you do this, people will feel that you're talking from here. And when they feel that you're talking from here, they'll want more of you. And then that keyword that everybody's looking for, referrals, will come to you. Why? When make people feel good about themselves. You got this. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. I enjoyed it very much.
That is awesome. Again, tomorrow, this week's show is sponsored by tomorrow's segment on the Senior Market Advocates page. Will be 4:30 Eastern live on unpacking your insurance and your summary of benefits. So be tuned to join me in on that. And be sure to share, subscribe, like, and leave us any comments about today's podcast or any other podcast. You can find us on all the platforms, YouTube, Facebook, and we have some reels coming out on Instagram. For all the entrepreneurs out there, we appreciate you joining us. And have an awesome day. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Fire it up.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
Thank you.